Remember, before we get started, whatever it says to you, do not listen to it. It will play on your heart, it will play on your mind.
Welcome, horror fans. Today we're diving into one of the most terrifying true stories you'll ever hear. A demonic case that left a family and entire community in shock. This spine-chilling tale is based on true events involving a family from Indiana who came face to face with pure evil. If you think you've seen it all, think again. Get ready for a supernatural journey that will leave you questioning the very fabric of reality. So, sit tight, turn off the lights, and brace yourself as we take you into the heart of darkness in the Ammons case, a family's fight against demonic forces. Our story starts in Gary, Indiana, where Ebony Jackson, a mother of 3, moves into a seemingly normal home with her children and her elderly mother, Alberta. Life is already complicated for Ebony. Struggling to make ends meet and dealing with personal demons of her own, she's doing her best to keep her family afloat. On top of that, her mother, Alberta, is battling cancer, and Ebony is secretly paying for her treatments. From the moment they move in, strange occurrences begin. It starts small. Dre, Ebony's youngest son, begins talking to an imaginary friend he calls Trey, who he claims lives in their basement. But Trey isn't just a figment of a child's imagination. Strange things begin happening in the house, like objects moving on their own and eerie noises echoing through the hallways at night. One day, Ebony finds Dre catatonic in the basement, right next to a mysterious hole in the concrete floor. And that's just the beginning. Soon after, strange events start to unfold with all the children. Shantae, Ebony's teen daughter, becomes increasingly withdrawn, and Nate, the eldest, becomes violent without any explanation. Things escalate one terrifying night. Ebony, in a drunken state, hears a loud bang coming from the children's bedroom. When she rushes in, what she finds is enough to send chills down her spine. A huge hole in the wall, as if something supernatural had erupted inside. Soon after, the school reports strange behavior from all 3 children. Shantae, Nate, and Dre have inexplicable psychiatric incidents, leading to their hospitalization. Despite extensive tests, doctors find nothing wrong. They are sent back home, but the terror follows. Child Protective Services gets involved, and Cynthia, the caseworker, arrives at the house. She's suspicious at first, particularly due to Ebony's troubled past, which includes a stint in prison and a history of alcohol abuse. At first, Cynthia believes she's dealing with a case of abuse, but when Dre, right before her eyes, climbs backward up a wall, an impossible feat, her skepticism starts to crack. Now even Cynthia is forced to consider that something far more sinister is at play. Enter a mysterious woman who's been watching the family from her car. She approaches Ebony one day, revealing herself as a Pentecostal pastor. Her warning is bone-chilling. The house is cursed, and 20 years ago, a mother killed her entire family before taking her own life in this very home. The pastor tells Ebony that a demonic force is haunting her family, and if something isn't done soon, it will consume them all. Ebony dismisses her at first, until tragedy strikes. Alberta's crucifix on the wall suddenly bursts into flames, and moments later, Alberta herself is found dead. Dre, under the control of the demon, is responsible. With her children now taken into custody, Ebony faces a terrifying decision. The pastor convinces her that the only way to save her family is through deliverance, a battle between good and evil. Ebony, who had lost her faith long ago, agrees to help exorcise the demon. Together, they kidnap Dre from the hospital, taking him back to the house for a dangerous ritual. In the darkest moment, just as it seems the demon will claim another victim, Ebony finds her faith. Filled with the Holy Spirit, she begins speaking in tongues and casts out the demon in the name of Jesus. Her children, manifesting stigmata, are freed from the demonic grip, and peace is restored. Months later, Ebony is reunited with her children. Though scarred, they are stronger, and together they leave Indiana, hoping for a fresh start. Ebony gives Cynthia, the caseworker, a cross necklace, a symbol of the power of faith and the battle they endured. This haunting chapter is behind them, but the question remains, could the evil they faced one day return? This has been the terrifying tale of the Ammons family, whose supernatural encounter shook not just their home, but an entire community. From demonic possession to miraculous deliverance, their story remains one of the most chilling true accounts of paranormal activity. What do you think? Could something like this happen in real life? Or are there darker forces out there than we can comprehend? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more spine-tingling stories. Until next time, sleep tight and watch the shadows.